Junior, obviously, of course, you're disappointed with the results tonight. Thanks for coming and speaking to us this evening. Give us just kind of your emotions right now, how it feels to work back to this point and come up short.
Well, very disappointed. Not because he won the fight, but because I lost. It wasn't. I didn't do. I don't think I did. I didn't do any mistake during the fight. Actually, everything was working very well. I know he walks forward all the time, and I like to walk backwards and enjoy the opportunities that my opponents give to me. And I was throwing some hard kicks, and the kicks were working very well. And I remember the last kick I threw on him, he was like he felt a lot on that thing, and I felt I did well. Now I have to move, and then I don't remember anymore. Yeah, because that's the heavyweight division. Sometimes I think I already make many guys feel like that. But it's terrible, man. It's terrible because I was prepared. I am prepared, and I had a lot to give there. And everything, like I said, everything was working very well. The way we expect. We know he's a tough guy who would come would walk forward all the time. And like I said, the kicks, something else that I brought to the fight was working. And then I have to watch the fight now to see what happened.
I think coming into the fight, a lot of people were saying he's much improved over the first time you fought. I know you didn't get 25 minutes with him this time, but in what you saw, did you feel like he had improved and taken steps up since the first time you met?
I think so. He's doing actually great. And tonight, he did great too. Like I said, I didn't do any mistake. It was on him. He did very well actually. And heavyweights, man, that's tough. But I'm sad, of course. I would like to win this. I would like to become the champion again. But if I'm not the champion, I'm glad this guy is the champion. He's a really nice guy. I still think the same. He deserves that. And tonight was his night. I don't know actually. I like I said, I have to sit down and watch the fight and see what happened, because after the third kick I threw on him, I felt like, man, it's working perfectly. Now I just need to keep doing what I'm doing, and 2 more minutes, he's gonna be done. And
lastly, for me, I guess the good thing is it does potentially set up a trilogy somewhere down the line. But what's the immediate plans for you? We know, a new father. You've got good things going on in your life. What's the immediate plans? Do you want to take some time off and be at home? Do you want to kind of get back quickly and put this behind you? What's the immediate thought?
I wanna come back as soon as possible.
Junior, ¿qué tal? Por acá en español, acá adelante. Para la gente, los fanáticos se fueron algunos muy tristes, querían ver algo más. ¿Qué les puedes decir a ellos? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo te sientes?
Todos los fanáticos latinos, me siento muy bien. Estaba haciendo todo lo que debería hacer. Pienso que estaba haciendo una buena lucha, buena pelea. De repente tengo que asistir a la pelea nuevamente porque no me lembro o que aconteceu en el final. Estaba sintiendo que todo estaba funcionando bien para mí. Sabía que iba a andar para frente todo el tiempo, que debería defender aquilo. Para mí todo estaba corriendo muy bien. Yo estaba atirando fuertes patadas. ¿Patadas? Yeah. on him, man. Nele estava tudo funcionando bem, até que conectou um bom golpe. Acabou.
¿Por qué las lágrimas? ¿Por qué se te salieron ahorita las lágrimas?
Well, esto no es por ter perdido. Estou muito triste por ter perdido, queria ter vencido. Penso que fiz tudo certo, mas Miocic fez melhor que eu nessa noite. Mas sou triste quando disse de meu filho. Queria dar-lhe a vitória.
Gracias.
Junior, you've obviously been one of the best heavyweights in the world for a long time. You've been champion, and you faced pretty much everybody in the UFC. Where would you put Stipe in that all-time great list? I mean, you're obviously there as well, but I mean, would you say Stipe in your mind is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, if not maybe the greatest?
He's on the way. Yeah, he's on the way to be, because he's doing actually great. And like I said, I admire him, you know. And like I said again, you know, if I'm not the champion, I'm happy he's the champion. He's a nice guy, and he represents very well the sport spirit.
And I know you said, you know, win, lose, or draw, you were not, you know, done fighting for the title. Is that, I know it hurts tonight, but I mean, does that still fire you up to know that, you know, you want to get back there, that you will fight for that title one day, whether it's Stipe or somebody else?
Oh, of course, man. Like, I'm 33 years old, and I still have a lot to, you know, a long time to go. And I love to do this, man. And like I said, everything was working perfectly, like we planned. But then I don't remember what happened. You know, I felt, like I said, you know, after the third kick, I felt happy in my heart. I said, man, it's working. I'm going to win. And then, you know, heavyweights. He connected. I didn't see. He threw. I saw him throwing a cross, and I like escaped the cross. And then I don't remember. I have to watch the fight and see what happened.
Obviously, you fought Junior before, 5-round war. What was so different for this one to get the first round knockout?
I'm a champ. You know, there's a reason why I'm the champ. I've worked my ass off to get where I'm at. You know, if it wasn't for my coaches, my wife, my family, my teammates, my friends, just everyone backing me up, my city, having my back, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You know, it's a Midwest thing. You know how it is.
Everyone has been talking all night about, you know, your second title defense. Third is the record. I know, you know, the heavyweight division has been so tough to maintain this title. But does that matter to you? I mean, does making history matter to you? Is that something that's important? Can you know, is that something, your place in history, is that important to you?
No, I really don't care. I mean, if I keep winning, I'll break history. Big deal. I'm just going to keep winning. I like winning. It's fun. I like being called champ, especially.
Obviously, Junior, you know, presented a challenge, but you showed a certain confidence in this fight, the way you went after him, showing almost no fear. Was there something you saw, or was that just the game plan going in that you knew that it would go that way?
I knew it was going to go that way. You know, got me some good kicks. You know, I'm going to be a little bit sore tomorrow. But, yeah, me and my coach had a great game plan. Worked on it all week. Last 10 weeks we worked on it. Then we worked on this whole week. We really worked on it harder. And they you know, put it in my head. And here we are. Got the belt still.
You know, one of the things that defines you is your love for your hometown and your home state in general.
216. OHIO.
We always talk about, you know, fighters who have that support. You know, Conor with Ireland, GSP with Canada. You know, tonight, the Cavs, the Indians, people from Cleveland, stars from Cleveland have all been tweeting about you, you know, talking about congratulations. What is that? How does that feel? And do you feel like that, you know, way you've kind of made Cleveland, you know, your own personal Ireland in a way? It feels like, you know, Cleveland has kind of gotten behind you in that way.
Yeah, Cleveland is like its own nation. You know, people don't understand it. You got to go there. You know, you got to live there. You got to understand it. It's a different breed of people. It's a different kind of people. And that's what I love about it. You know, I'm never going to leave, no matter how bad the winters are, no matter how hot the summers are. I'm never going to leave.
And last question, you know, you said the history.
Got a lot of questions today.
I know, I do. You said the history thing doesn't matter as much to you, but But it's easier to answer this question after the fight than before. But do you feel like you really have separated yourself from the rest of the heavyweight division in terms of what you're willing to do to keep this title?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm willing to do, but I guess take a step back and look at the whole thing now. There's a lot of things I need to look into. So leave it at that.
Stipe over here. Congratulations, first of all. Want to ask you just right away. You ended the fight quickly. Doesn't look like you sustained any damage. How quickly are you wanting to turn around and maybe book in another fight?
Well, you got a little beat up. It's not so much about the fight; it's more about the camp. The camp's the sucky part. That shit sucks. God, I hate camp. And I don't know, man. I need to take some time. I got a lot of stuff to think about. So.
And then my last question. Obviously, a couple fights coming up. Kane's out there. Is there anyone specifically that you want to fight for what could potentially be your history? I know you say that you don't care about it, but is there anyone that you would want to go up against?
Like I said, I don't pick my fights. I'll fight anyone. But, like I said, I need to take a sit back and take a look at everything before I make a decision.
Despite it being a short fight, Junior came in earlier and he said he actually felt good about the way things were going. He landed some leg kicks and he said he was actually feeling okay, that things were working. How were things unfolding in your head? Did you feel like he was doing some things that were working, or did you feel like your plan was working?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the kicks definitely hurt. It wasn't fun, it's just shitty. But I was good. I caught a few times. I know I didn't like that, and I just, waited for my opportunity, and I struck, and caught with some good shots. I ended the fight, and here we are now.
And you're always pretty straightforward, whatever comes next, I just want to be champ. But I wonder, in this age where we feel like people have overriding plans for their career and what they want to do outside the cage and inside the cage, are there, check boxes that you have and plans, long-term goals that you have outside of just give me the next guy and I'll beat him up and still be champ?
Like I said, I just need to sit back and take a look at everything.
Hey, Stipe.
You follow me everywhere.
I know.
He's from my hometown. That's why I joke. I love him. He's a good dude.
Can you just...
Weirdo. Stalker.
Thanks, Stipe.
I love you, Mark. I love you.
Can you just take me through the flurry? You land the hard right hand. It looks like maybe his head might have bounced off the cage, and you just jump on him, and I saw you look up at the ref like, you gonna stop this?
Yeah. I know. I come with a good right. He fell and he wasn't moving, so that's why I kind of looked at the ref. But JDS is super tough. Look what we did last time. Went 25 rounds and just hell. So I knew what the ref was doing, but he wasn't moving. I didn't want to inflict any more pain if I had to. But it's a fight. He would have been doing the same thing to me.
And I talked to Marcus, and he said, "Quote, Stipe wants this one so bad." And how much did the memory of 2014 stick in your head throughout training and then into tonight?
Well, I tried not to think about it because it was a terrible night. I was swollen shut. I had 16 stitches in my lip. Thanks, Marcus, for bringing that up. That's nice. Thank you. But I thought about it all the time. But I also want to thank him because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. He gave me that confidence I needed. That confidence thing. I could beat anyone in the world. I could be the champ. I could be the champ for a long time. And like I said, if it wasn't for my coaches over there, I wouldn't be here right now.
4 straight first-round knockouts. Could you ever imagine this kind of run when you got into the sport?
Of course, I think everyone wants that kind of run.
Do you really
Those are great
that?
nights. No, definitely. All I care about, it doesn't matter how it's 3-rounder or 5-rounder. If it's, I'll go the whole distance. I don't care. I'm in shape to go the whole distance. But first-round knockouts are nice. They're real nice, especially if you get bonuses.
All right. Thanks.
Steve, congratulations, champ.
Thank you so nice. I like it. Look good, man.
Oh, thanks, man. With y'all fighting twice now, and you got one and he got one, do you think before y'all career's over there'll be a trilogy, or is it too fresh?
Listen, man, I think we both want to go home and relax. He's got his baby. I'm trying to have a baby, so got to put some work into that now.